AFTV 3-0 to the Arsenal. That was much better than the other night.
It's pre-season, Robbie, isn't it? Pre-season. Pre-season, you know, the absolute meltdown that we had the other day, like, what a difference a couple of days makes. You know, and I thought that what we would see today, certainly for the first 60 minutes or so, was what we're going to see at Old Trafford next week.
Yeah.
And if that's what we see at Old Trafford next week, they're in trouble.
And the team that he put out today, I think, reflected that he's looking ahead to that game, because that was quite a strong lineup. That's probably going to be more or less, you know, maybe a Mars Lewis Skelly could start at it, but that could be the starting 11 against Manchester United next week. And the really important thing today was Victor Gyökeres getting off the mark.
He doesn't score headers, does he? He doesn't score headers. He can't run. He's fat. He's overweight. Cinder blocks for boots. All of that sort of stuff. Didn't see that today. What a performance! What an absolute performance! And you know, and it's still going to take a little while for the team to kind of figure out his strengths and play to his strengths, and for him to play to theirs. But what we saw today was you can't argue that wasn't promising.
Yeah, and it was noticeable that they were trying to find him in a different way to what they were the other night. They were playing in balls behind. They were trying to find him.
Yeah, I think a couple of times on Wednesday he pulled out wide left and kind of was open to the run, but they didn't necessarily play it because we're so used to trying to play a control-based game. You know, it's that element of risk and reward, isn't it? So there's going to be times now when we're going to look to get him into the channels and look to get him 1v1 and create something. And we saw it a little bit today. You know, ball comes out to Zubimendi, cross into the box, glancing header. Exactly what you want from your centre forward, and today in front of the fans, today in front of particularly fans that don't often get to come to the stadium that often, it's exactly what you want to see. Like today, I've been able to bring my brother and my nephew. You don't always get an opportunity to do it, so great for him to do that. Great for him to get off the mark. Real confidence booster going into next week. And like I said, I didn't buy into the meltdown that we saw a couple of days ago. Thought it was a massive overreaction because fundamentally what I've always thought is that everything that we do in pre-season is about getting ready for next week. It's about getting ready for 4:30 next week Sunday and being ready to go off the mark.
And for you, do we look ready?
Off the basis of what we saw today, I think yes. I think everything that we've done over the pre-season has been a step in the right direction. I think probably Lewis Skelly and maybe Ben White have probably played a fair few minutes in pre-season because of injuries to Timber, injuries to Calafiori. So maybe it was the right thing to do to give them a little bit of time off today. I'd probably expect them both to come back in next week. Timber, you can make an argument for playing because he's exceptional when he plays. But other than that, I think that's the side that you look to go. And Zubimendi today, what a player. What a player. Like, on and off the ball, absolutely exceptional. Best player in the park by a mile. And he's what, a month in? He's a month in, 3 months in, 6 months, a year in. Because what we saw today was some real tactical flexibility with him, Rice and Ødegaard. Lots of times Declan Rice was the deepest of the three midfielders. Zubimendi's a lot higher, and then as the rotations happen, he's able to pick up the ball in space and first time play a pass through. And we haven't seen that for a little while. So I know people were kind of worried about the fluency and those sorts of things. But again, the other thing with Zubimendi is he wins the ball high up the pitch, creates those turnovers, and now we just have to be a lot more effective when we get those high transition turnovers. But look, it's positive. Like I said, I wasn't that concerned by what we saw the other day. I'm also not going to go over the top today because that was again the whole point. But from what I saw, I think we look ready for next week, and I think, like I said, I think United could be in trouble.